Welcome to Eye on Sci-Fi Podcast. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 201 of Eye on Sci-Fi Podcast, the podcast where we share with you terrific indie science fiction and fantasy short films, web series, and also other closely related media. We also, on occasion, have conversations with the talented creators who are producing outstanding speculative work. Thank you for joining me. This episode, I want to talk about something that I am very excited for, and that is the forthcoming new season of Doctor Who. Doctor Who will be debuting on May 10th, 2024, and for the first time, it will not be debuting exclusively on the BBC, but will be debuting simultaneously on the BBC, the British Broadcasting Corporation, and Disney Plus. So that's going to be very interesting. But what I'm excited for is that the 15th Doctor has been cast, and it is actor Ncuti Gatwa. He is a Black man who is a very charismatic actor, and I think that he is going to be wonderful in this role. My history with Doctor Who is that I have been watching Doctor Who off and on for many years. It started way back in the 1980s when I was in high school, and I would watch reruns of Doctor Who on our local PBS station. And those reruns began with the Tom Baker era of Doctor Who, and I fell in love with it. And despite the low production value and the cheesy costumes and sets, I love the very concept of the Doctor, that we are traveling with a near immortal alien that can appear human, but doesn't resort to violence and using guns in order to defeat their enemies, that they use their intellect. And I appreciated that then, and I definitely appreciate that aspect of the character now. During the modern era of Doctor Who that began in 2005 with Christopher Eccleston bringing the character to the modern time period, I really enjoyed Eccleston's run as the Doctor, and I wish that he had more than one season. I enjoyed David Tennant as the Doctor, but near the middle toward the end of his run, I felt that the producers were trying to make him into a heartthrob by having his companions, specifically Rose Tyler and Martha Jones, develop romantic feelings for him. I felt that detracted from the character of the Doctor. I didn't watch a lot of Matt Smith's run because I felt that kind of tonal shift was carrying over into his run, so I didn't watch much again of Matt Smith. Peter Capaldi's first season as Doctor Who, I really enjoyed. I enjoyed his interpretation, but I also enjoyed Pearl Mackie as Bill Potts. And I really feel that she got shorted becoming his companion and only being on the show for one season because she was luminous and I really enjoyed her entire vibe. So when she left the show, I fell off again watching The Doctor. And then, of course, we have the controversial run featuring Jodie Whittaker, the first woman to be cast as the Doctor. I think Jodie Whittaker is a tremendous actor. I really believe that much of the criticism boils down to misogyny. It is unfortunate that in many science fiction and fantasy fandoms, there are a lot of racist, misogynist, all the ist that are involved. And it's really, truly unfortunate. It's appalling and it's sad. And so I didn't watch her run because of all of that controversy that was surrounding it. But when the BBC announced that they had cast Ncuti Gatwa as the 15th Doctor, yeah, that got me excited. And now that we have a premiere date for his debut as the 15th Doctor, I am ready. I know racists are just burning up, and I'm here for it, folks, because, and I'm going to put an explicit label on this episode, but fuck racism and fuck racist. Science fiction and fantasy is not proprietary to one particular group. It is speculative in its very core, and everyone deserves to be represented. And I know racists and ultra conservatives and neo Nazis and white nationalists and supremacists have co opted the term woke, and that also makes me disgusted, but it is not woke for everyone on this planet to see themselves represented in the stories that they love. So again, I am here for the 15th Doctor starring Ncuti Gatwa. I believe that Ncuti is going to emphasize the eccentricities that are core to the character of Doctor Who. And also, each Doctor has a different costume. Ncuti Gatwa is a black man, and I love the initial costume that he has. And he is styling and profiling in the TARDIS. I think that we are in for a rejuvenated Doctor Who that is going to be a terrific and wild ride. I just hope that since Russell T Davies is back, that the writing does the character and the actor justice. So again, the new season of Doctor Who is going to premiere on the BBC and on Disney Plus simultaneously on May 10th, 2024. Okay, that's it for this episode, everyone. Thank you for listening. And I need to ask you to visit the link tree in the show notes of this episode so that if you haven't subscribed to the podcast, you can. We are available wherever you get your podcast. And also leave us a review and rating because that really does help others find us. I also need to ask you to sign up for our brand new newsletter. This is what I call a micro newsletter. And our newsletter is different because each newsletter will only take you 60 seconds to read. You heard that right, 60 seconds to read. Monday through Friday, we will send you a single speculative gem that we believe that you will enjoy. It can be a television, film, or book recommendation, of course, a podcast of Eye on Sci-Fi, or other podcasts that we listen to involving the speculative genres that we feel that you will enjoy. So definitely sign up again via the link tree that will be included in the show notes of this episode. That's it for this episode, everyone. Thank you for listening. And until next time, remember to take a break, escape the mundane, and enter the fantastic. Take care.